All right, so I think in the interest of time, we can start the session today. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on OpenLM's solution for Bentley licensing. I'm your host and speaker for this session, and along with me, I have Paras Rathor, and together we would be explaining the solution in detail. We are really thrilled to have you join us today for this interactive session, especially tailored for the Bentley application users. Through this webinar, through this interactive session, we aim to share the invaluable insights about the solution which we have developed recently, thanks to the feedback and continuous inputs from our customers. So this solution not only will help in the visibility of license usage, it also helps to control it. And this ensures that your organization's is usage compliant and it is not paying any over usage bill to the vendor, because that is one of the main challenge that we have seen with the Bentley licenses. So before we showcase how the OpenLM solutions for Bentley actually works, we'll quickly go over the Bentley licensing and subscription offerings so that we have a better understanding about what we have developed and how we solve the real world problem. So Bentley, as we know, it is the leading software solutions provider for applications such as MicroStation, StatPro, AutoPipe, SACS, and many other similar applications in CAD industry. They are most widely used in the oil and gas and energy industry, and also in the AEC or architecture, um, um, service providers or industry. So the applications that we see here, the Bentley applications, they consist of either single feature or multiple features or modules. And then it becomes very, important to monitor the usage, monitor how it is being used, and control the usage, not only at application level, but at feature level also. Now, why I'm saying this at feature level too, because uh, that's actually the challenge, that our customers or the Bentley application users face, because of the usage restrictions and the over usage bill that they have to pay. So we'll come on to that. We'll see what exactly how it works, how Bentley sees the usage, and how we can control it using our solution. But before that, just a quick overview about the subscription offering that Bentley offers. One is the Virtuoso subscription, which is an annual subscription model, and the another one is perpetual license with Select Server. So this is the perpetual model, which means one-time purchase with support. Now, the issue here is with the Select license server-based applications of Bentley. So let's first understand how it actually works. How the Bentley applications access the license from the portal of Bentley, or how they actually work. How they check out the license and how the usage is calculated. So let's assume this is the customer environment. This is the organization's network, where you as a license admin, you get a requirement that the project requires a StatPro application, which is again a Bentley product. So you might have received a request only for single license. Now, what you do uh, as part of the installation configuration, you install the Bentley application called StatPro here on one of the workstation where the user has requested. Now, at the same time, you might install it on another machine as well, because the user says that I have the access to both workstations, so I need it, installed over there. Now, this application will work using the Select Server License Manager from Bentley. So whenever the user will open the application or will start the application, it will connect to the Bentley license server, which is on the cloud, using this license manager, and it will get a license and the application will be launched. Now, since we have done the installation on another workstation over here, so whenever a user wants, he can also open the application, get access to the license. But the organization has purchased only one license for Bentley. Now, Bentley doesn't put any restriction on the number of licenses that you can check out. It will allow the customer, it will allow the user to check out a license, use the product. But again, it will keep a track of the usage. So it will see that whether your utilization, where your usage was under the limit that you had purchased, or you have exceeded it. In case you exceed, Bentley will send you an overusage charge, overusage bill, right? So that is a bill that it sends to the customer, uh, mostly quarterly bills it sends. Now, in order to manage this license, it is important to first have good insight about the usage, who is using the license, which feature of the license is in use. Because here I just mentioned about StatPro application. Now there could be StatPro basic, or standard version, or premium version. And Bentley has that track of which version of StatPro or the application are you using. And on that basis, it charges the customer, right? So here with OpenLM, what we do, we first monitor the usage, and then we put the restriction to control the usage so that the customer doesn't have to pay over usage charges. My colleague Paras will be explaining the solution in detail, and the reports and how it actually works. So here we have the problem. Uh, that customer purchase a fixed number of licenses, but still gets access to an unlimited pool of license from Bentley. Any usage beyond the licensed number are counted as overusage. And finally, that's a trap. That's Bentley sends the overusage bill to the customer. So over to you, Paras. I think you can explain the solution in detail.
Sure. Thank you very much, Bijit. I will take it further here. I will sharing my screen. Hi, everyone. Before I showcase how we can track Bentley applications using OpenM, let's have a look at OpenM application manager architecture. How does it work? So basically, OpenM application manager acts as a network license server for the application who doesn't have a network license server like FlexLM, DSLS, RLM, RMS. So we can track the applications using their process names. We can define the application name and process name into the application manager, and the policies are pushed to the Open agent, and the usage has been captured and sent to the Open application manager. And eventually it goes to the Open server and the database. We can look at the reports and see the statistics. Additionally, we can define the conditions and rules for restricting application execution. Users who does not have access to the software application will not able to start them. If the maximum number of concurrent instances of an application has been reached, additional instances will not be allowed it to run until the concurrent number has been dropped. The activity of users being monitored and can be viewed into the OpenM reports. Now let's see, on my system, I'm using Bentley Autopipe Standard. Now let's see the different versions of the Bentley Autopipe. The basic versions of Autopipe, we also have Autopipe Advanced, Autopipe Nuclear. These are the primary application features of this Bentley Autopipe. Now we also have add-ons that works with the specific versions of the primary feature of Autopipe. So it can be enabled with this. And if I click OK, the application feature version will be changed to Autopipe Advanced and KHK2 add-on. Now, let's look at the processes. If I go to the details, whatever feature or version I'm using for Bentley Autopipe, the process name remains the same. Now let's have a look at my system on Open User Interface, where I can see that all the different network license managers are configured, And for all the standalone applications, we can use the Open Application Manager. Now let's have a look at the currently consumed licenses, and we can see that I was currently using Bentley AutoPipe Standard. Now I have switched to the AutoPipe Advanced and KHK2 add-on. It takes few minutes to synchronize between Open Agents and Application Manager, and I can see them into these reports. Now, before it switches, let's have a look at the process, how we can configure this different kind of processes and applications via Open Application Manager. Let's select a process, application name, Bentley AutoPipe Advanced. Process name is same for all the versions, AutoPipe. Description remains the same. Let me select the vendor as Bentley. And let me give the parameter to track the specific version of Bentley. I'm clicking on save, and whenever I open on the AutoPipe Advanced, the usage will be captured under this. Let's see different kind of license activity under my user. During the days, I have used different kind of Bentley applications and their versions throughout the days, and I can see the license statistics from here. Now, let me refresh. Yes, we can see here that till 11:10, you can see the time here, I was using Bentley AutoPipe Standard. After that, I have started using Bentley AutoPipe Advanced with KHK2 add-on. Like this, we can bifurcate the different Bentley application usage using Application Manager. Thank you.
Thanks, Paras. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, we have the Q&A section available. You can post your queries over there, or there is a chat section as well in this webinar. So you can put in your questions in the or queries in the chat section as well. So what we just explained here, what Paras explained here was how we can monitor the usage of different applications, and not only applications, but at feature level as well. Because let's understand this that, for example, let's take AutoPipe as an example. That's an Bentley product. Now, AutoPipe is an application, but it also has several different modules or features. So there is AutoPipe Standard, Basic, Premium, then Nuclear. Now, at process level, the applications process will remain the same. So let me share this screen again. 1 second. Okay, so if we see here, for example, StatPro application, or let's assume it is AutoPipe. Now, AutoPipe as an application, it will have the process as autopipe.exe. But what if we want to know, or we want to manage it or control the usage at feature level? So AutoPipe will have a feature called AutoPipe, Premium or AutoPipe Standard. So the process will remain the same. The process name will remain the same for all of these different versions of AutoPipe, but the name will change at feature level. So using OpenLM's application manager here, we can actually track the usage per the application and at features. So whether AutoPipe Standard was in use or AutoPipe premium version was in use, we can monitor the usage at its feature level as well. So and how to configure that we just seen during the demonstration by Paras. Now, once you are monitoring the usage, you can also put the restriction. So you can put a limit to the number of licenses you have purchased for each of those features. Because that's actually how uh, Bentley is going to monitor and see whether you are uh, exceeding the usage or not. Okay, so first we define the process, then we also define the limit. So I think Paris, you can share the screen if possible and show that limit where we can define that.
Sure, Abhi. So I'm sharing my screen, and this is the interface of OpenLM Applications Manager. Here I have created a different kind of features and add-ons processes. So whatever the selection I make into the Bentley application, the usage get captured according to that in these respective line items. And I can see that the the usage of different versions of Bentley processes has been captured into the license activity. And when I want to see the usage of specific application, I can select that and get the usage. Right. If I want to see the usage of only Bentley Autopipe Advanced, I can just click it and I can get the usage of this application. I can see that total how many hours I have used it, or I can use it by feature. One minute. There is only a single. Okay. And I also can cap the limit. For example, if I mention 10 here, then within the organizations, no more than 10 application can be opened. And when the 11th user try to open this application, his access will be restricted. By this method, we can always stay in the control of the procured licenses versus in-use licenses. We also can define multiple license consumption policies. For example, single license for application process, which with this, each process will consume a single license. It will show like that. And if you want to consolidate the usage of all the processes into the single license, we can use different policies according to the license consumption policies.
Right. So you see this configuration is not only beneficial or not only helpful when you are trying to manage or control your license usage of Bentley applications. Of course, with Bentley, there is a huge value because then you can avoid any over usage, But uh, let's say you have got some other application, maybe it could be, MATLAB. So with this feature of Applications Manager, we can actually track if it was MATLAB version 2020, MATLAB version 2019, or any other version of MATLAB was installed on the user workstation and it was in use, right? So that usage can be captured because whether it is MATLAB 2019, 2020, or any other version, the process of MATLAB will remain the same. But advantage here that we can actually define the parameter that we need the usage of MATLAB 2020 or 2019. So this way, when the user opens the application, this usage will be tracked of MATLAB, and then we would be able to see which version was in use. You know. So let me share my screen. Okay. So using OpenLM solution, we can actually fix this issue. We can monitor the usage at application and feature level. That is one. Second, we can proactively control and restrict the usage beyond limit because this has been one of the biggest challenge for our Bentley uh, uh, CAD application users, the customers, because they use Bentley products and somehow Bentley doesn't, you know, put any restriction on the number of licenses that you can use. You can go beyond your licensed limit or purchase limit, but again, you end up paying that over usage bill. But with OpenLM solution, you can proactively control it, and this will ensure that the organization is not paying any additional charge. Hence, you're saving that, you know, uh, that cost which which was never part of the budget, and it should not be actually. So no over usage bills, and more visibility, more transparency to the usage of Bentley applications that uh, comes up with the OpenLM solution for Bentley products. So if you have any questions, please, we are open for it now. Okay, so I think there is one question which is asked. Uh, Apart from Bentley applications, can we also monitor other type of application with OpenLM, or is there a separate uh, product of OpenLM to be used for other applications? Well, with OpenLM, this is it provides you the centralized uh, license monitoring platform, so you can monitor all your different applications, your all your as you have mentioned, all your CAD applications in a single platform, and you don't need any other product, but you can actually monitor the usage, control the usage, and optimize your license usage and save the cost. And all of that can be done with this unified solution of OpenLM. There's another question. Can we also monitor applications which are web based, because we do not have any installation on the workstation? Yes, we can. We OpenLM can very well monitor the usage of web based or those applications which you do not install on a workstation, but it can be easily accessed using a web browser. So with OpenLM solution, we can definitely monitor the usage as well of such web based applications.
There is one question how OpenM tracks different kind of versions of the applications. So let me share my screen again. I will explain how OpenM does that. So it is not only applicable to Bentley, but any application. There, application details like which versions is being used or which add-on is being applied that are tracked into the Windows title information. And whenever we changes like this, it change the name and one moment. Just one. Okay. Uh, for example, I'm changing it from advanced to auto standard. It will change the name to Bentley Auto Web Standard. So with changes of these events, OpenM tracks the usage of specific version of the application. And this is not only relevant to Bentley, but we can track any application versions by this method through OpenM. But specifically, Bentley is overcharging to the customers based on their application versions to the customers, and we can restrict the usage of specific versions using OpenLM.
So I hope we were able to answer all your queries. Uh, if in case you have any question post this session, please feel free to contact us. Please send us email, or you can contact us through chat as well, and send us your query, and we would be happy to answer them. So with this, I thank all of you for joining the session and making it interactive. And there are some upcoming webinars that you can join. So let me just quickly share the details over here. Yeah, so there would be some upcoming webinars this month, which you can join. You can register and join them. These are based on, some of them specifically for our new release that we are coming up with based on the new architecture. Then we also have some webinars related to, generic CAD licensing, different type of license managers, and OpenLM functionalities. So you can also subscribe to our newsletter. We publish our monthly newsletter, which will have all the updates about the industry, about our product enhancement, what's going on currently, some knowledge pipe articles as well that will help you to establish the best practices of software license management in your organization. And we would, appreciate, if you can connect with us through LinkedIn and follow our blogs. And, with this, I would like to thank all of you again for joining us and making it interactive. I wish to see you soon again in our upcoming webinars. Thank you so much and wish you have a great day ahead.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.